What if I told you the smartest countries in the world right now aren't the ones you'd expect? In 2025, education isn't just about books and classrooms anymore. It's about who's investing in people, who's adapting fast, and who's giving their citizens the tools to lead the future. While some countries are falling behind, these 10 nations are racing ahead when it comes to education, and, honestly, their numbers will blow your mind. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Which country do you think ranks number 1? And do you think education alone is enough to make a country truly successful? Quick disclaimer before we start. This video is based on the most recent data from global education bodies like UNESCO, OECD, and the World Bank. The rankings are based mostly on tertiary education attainment, meaning how many adults have completed college or university. We also factored in education quality, access, and innovation. This list is not meant to say one country is better than another. It's simply a look at where education systems are thriving right now and why. So with that said, let's count down the top 10 most educated countries in the world in 2025, starting at number 10. Kicking off the list is Norway, where about 55% of adults aged 25 to 64 hold a tertiary degree. Norway is known for its free and high-quality education system, from early childhood all the way to university. What makes Norway stand out is its strong emphasis on equity. Whether you're from a rich family or a working-class background, education is accessible. Norwegian universities charge zero tuition fees, even for international students, and most programs are taught in English. The country also ranks high in digital education, with smart classrooms and personalized learning already the norm. Coming in at number 9 is the Netherlands, where roughly 55.6% of adults have completed higher education. Dutch universities are world-renowned, and education in the Netherlands is known for being practical, progressive, and student-centered. Kids start learning foreign languages as early as age 6, and the focus on critical thinking is strong across all levels. The country's open and modern approach to education has led to one of the most skilled workforces in Europe. At number 8, we have the United Kingdom, with about 57.5% of adults holding a university degree. The UK has long been a global leader in education, home to legendary institutions like Oxford, Cambridge, and the London School of Economics. But beyond the elite universities, the UK's education system also offers strong vocational paths and apprenticeships. In recent years, there's been a national push for digital upskilling, making the UK workforce one of the most adaptable in the world. Moving up the list at number 7 is Lithuania, which honestly surprises quite a few people. As of 2025, about 57.5% of its adult population has a tertiary degree, actually higher than a lot of Western nations. Since joining the European Union, Lithuania has really invested in modernizing its education system, and well, it's definitely paying off. The country now has a fast-growing tech sector, and universities have adapted quickly to what the industry needs, producing a lot of highly skilled graduates. Next up at number 6 is Russia, with an estimated 62.1% of adults holding a college degree. Russia's education system is known for being rigorous, especially in STEM fields like math, physics, and engineering. Despite ongoing political and economic challenges, the country has managed to maintain a strong academic tradition, and the emphasis on research and science is still one of the highest in the world. Many Russian students also do exceptionally well in global math and science competitions, which really shows the system's academic depth. At number 5, we have Ireland, where around 62.9% of adults have higher education. Ireland has become kind of a tech hub for Europe, hosting major offices for Google, Meta, Apple, and Microsoft. The government has poured a lot of funding into education over the past 2 decades, especially in science, business, and IT. Irish universities are closely tied to industry, so students actually have a pretty clear pathway from the classroom straight into their careers. And thanks to EU support and local reforms, access to education has dramatically improved, both in cities and rural areas. Coming in at number 4 is Luxembourg, with an impressive 63.1% of adults having completed tertiary education. Despite being one of the smallest countries in Europe, Luxembourg has one of the highest standards of living, and it really shows in its education system. Students here are typically trilingual by high school, often speaking French, German, and English fluently. The country invests heavily in higher education and, sends many students abroad with full support. The University of Luxembourg is actually ranked among the top globally for its international research partnerships. At number 3 is Japan, where about 64.8% of adults are university graduates. Education in Japan is deeply rooted in discipline, rigor, and excellence. Japanese students consistently rank near the top globally in math, science, and literacy. But what's really changed in recent years is their pivot toward innovation, integrating AI, robotics, and entrepreneurship into the classroom. Japan's education culture is intense, but it has produced a society known for precision, order, and efficiency. At number 2 is Canada, with about 66.4% of adults having college degrees, the highest among G7 countries. Canada's education system is publicly funded, diverse, and accessible. It's also one of the most immigrant-friendly systems in the world, offering newcomers full access to education regardless of background. Canadian universities are consistently ranked among the best globally, and there's strong collaboration between academia and industries, particularly in healthcare, tech, and sustainability. And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list is South Korea, where a staggering 69.3% of adults hold a tertiary degree, the highest rate in the world as of 2025. South Korea's education system is famously intense, with students often studying late into the night in private hagwons to prepare for exams. The competition is fierce, but so is the national commitment to education. The country has transformed from one of the poorest nations in the 1960s to a global tech powerhouse, thanks largely to its investment in human capital. Korean students regularly top international assessments, and the country has one of the world's highest rates of university enrollment. While some criticize the pressure and stress in the system, there's no denying the results. South Korea has built a highly educated, globally competitive workforce in just a few decades. So what does this list really tell us? It's not just about who has the fanciest universities or the highest test scores. These countries have made education a priority, not just for the elite, but for everyone. They invest in teachers, make higher education affordable or free, and adapt quickly to changing global needs. They see education not just as a system, but as a national strategy. And that's the key difference. While other countries are debating budgets and testing policies, these nations are investing in people, and the results speak for themselves. But let's be real, education isn't perfect anywhere. Even in the top 10, challenges remain: burnout, inequality, rising costs, and mental health concerns. But the countries on this list are at least moving in the right direction. So here's the big question: where does your country stand? Are you investing in education or cutting corners? Are your leaders building a smarter future or just surviving the present? Let us know in the comments. And if this video made you think, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more deep dives like this. Because education isn't just about degrees. It's about giving people the power to understand, adapt, and lead. And in a world that's changing fast, that might be the most important tool of all.